So you've logged in and you've come to this screen which shows your website with some editing options. So what we're using here is a drag and drop page editor called Contentbox, and Contentbox works by creating blocks which are usually a full screen size block. So going down here, each of these main blocks that you see here are actually been dragged in and then edited. So up in the top left we have a screen we'll come back to in a minute, which gives you all the various options you can select to drag in. Down below is a further selection of blocks you can drag in within the blocks that you just selected. Then there's some typography options which you don't usually use because we obviously set our typography in our CSS files. And finally, if you're really bold, you can dig into the CSS for the complete page that you've completed so far. Yes, that's the left hand column. Now across the top, save is fairly obvious. If you're not used to working on managing a website, then there is no auto save. So if you leave this page before you've saved, you've lost it, which can be very frustrating. So you need to save at reasonably frequent intervals. Upload files, which we'll come back to, allows you to upload maybe PDF files you want people to download, that kind of thing. And log out is clear, it logs you out. So just looking at this top block that we've got here, when you enter a block, particularly a full screen one like this, you'll see a couple of options. One is a little image icon, which means you can bring in an image from anywhere on your computer into that block as a background image. Then the spanner gives you a number of options, because usually in a block you will have content in the middle like we have here, and the shaded block here is just telling us that it's empty. We haven't brought any content in there. So you can make that content wider or narrower, like that. You can give the content a background color, you can give it a gradient, so on and so on. You can position the content, there we go, like that. Adjust the top and bottom margins. You can adjust the text style, and you can adjust the image. So you can give the image what we call a Ken Burns effect, which, as you can see, it gradually zooms in. We can give it a parallax, which allows the image to appear to move independently of the page. We can give it an overlay color. These, I'm afraid, on this system are not terribly reliable. I don't know why, but I can't control that because it's a license that I brought in. So now we've done all that. On the right hand side, the X, you can delete this block completely, which we're not going to do, and you can have settings for that block. You can move it up or down, you can adjust the height of it, so this one's obviously been adjusted to a certain percentage of the picture of the screen size. You can add a scroll icon to the block, and we'll maybe come back to that a little bit later. So that is everything now on that, and we're going to bring this to a close.